Hi guys, it's Jessica here to make a dolly video for you guys and share some of dolly stuff that's been happening, things that I've been making for the dolls, and plans and all that fun stuff. This is a video I've been wanting to make for quite a while, so I do imagine this is probably going to be a really long video because I had lots of stuff to talk about 3 weeks ago and every time I do sit down to make a video it's usually because of a box opening, so it kind of like I do it right then. But I hope everybody's doing okay. I know a lot of you in Florida, and I've been hearing from people on Instagram, seeing their posts that they've made it through. I hope nobody has lost too much property or has too many expenses, because that's stuff that's really hard to plan for, and can be really devastating. So I hope everybody's okay. Your life and health most of all, but your home and belongings and things like that too. So here in the area that I live, we have had weeks of terrible air clogged, smoke clogged air, and it's either been there's two upper levels of unhealthy. There's like extreme, and then there was one level right underneath it which was less extreme, but they're both the unhealthiest levels, and you should not be outside doing anything unless you can, you're supposed to avoid it at all costs. You should wear a particulate mask if you're out. So today's Monday, and I think it was Saturday morning that is when we woke up, and it was, you could still kind of smell the smoke and you could still see it a little bit, but as the day went on we started seeing blue sky, and today it's fantastic. It's so nice. So I know that there are still a lot of fires that are not in control. I'm in the eastern part of Washington State, and the smoke is from large major fires in the whole region: California, parts of Washington State, Idaho, Montana, and all of that smoke was funneling right for us. But I mean, a lot of people have been dealing with smoke. My brother texted me, and he's living down in Southern Oregon, and he works in construction, and they couldn't work that week. Last week, the air quality was so bad that they couldn't work. And that's definitely the kind of profession that if you aren't working, you're not making money, and there's no like vacation pay or things like that. So that it's been a real hardship for people because of the weather, and inconvenience and all of that kind of stuff too, but a real hardship in some cases. And if you have health problems, if you have breathing problems, for me, I mean, I don't have lung problems. I don't have the greatest immune system and that sort of thing, but I don't have breathing or lung problems, allergies, types of things, and I could just feel like this tightness, and you would just get really tired really easily. You're just doing normal things and you just like, you can't catch your breath. I feel like that's what it must feel like if you're like if you maybe went someplace really high elevation and weren't used to the less oxygen, like oxygen sickness or something. Excuse me, this is Coke and Dollies. No, this is, yeah, sorry, that's my vice, is drinking cola. I can't have anything else, but I'll have my cola. So let's get into dolly stuff, because we're like 5 minutes in. I've just been blabbing. This is my minifee elf Sion. She is on She's on an A-line body with one of the bigger busts, which I don't mind for her because she is a more mature, older character. But I made her, this is a Rauken gold corset for minifees that I've had for a very long time. I made a skirt to go with it. It's a 2-layered skirt. 2 layers of ruffles to kind of give it some texture. Really just like wanted to sew. I sat down and sewed a bunch of skirts. I've done some t-shirts. I've done lots of other sewing where I'm trying to build my wardrobe for my dolls so that they have more, like I'll have pieces of this and that, and I'm like, well, what if I had this to go with it? So I've been trying to sew things like that where I see like, okay, this needs that, and so I can fill in the gaps basically. So I'm just really happy with her right now. She got a new skirt. I got her a new wig. This is a Monique Gold wig, and it's one of my favorites. I have, this will be my second one in red, or they call it carrot, maybe I can't remember if they call it double red or carrot, something like that. And I have one or two, I think a couple in blonde too. And I made her flower crown. I was working on flower crowns last night, and this morning I was working on flower crowns. A lot of my flowers, I think they're these paper flowers, and I get them online from, there's various sources, but there's some sources in the States that if you want to get them as soon as possible, I order from them, but they're more expensive. The cheaper is a company in, I think they're in Thailand. I think it's called iamroses.com, and their prices are much cheaper, but you just have to wait. You have to wait a long time. But they're wonderful. They come in different sizes. Anyways, I had built up a big collection of these flowers. I've been collecting all of the little crystals and jewels and things that I needed to make flower crowns for my crew. And I came home from work, and I had stupidly, I had a cardboard box with all my flowers in it, and I left it on the floor. It are stacked on some things, but within reach of the floor. And Miss Olive, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, yeah, there she is, right there. Little Miss Olive destroyed it. She decimated it. So I had this huge box of flowers, and this is all I have now, or is a little bit. So I was able to make 3 flower crowns, and I have been using Prismacolor markers and Copic markers to color them. None of the ones in this were colored. These were all original, but I'll show you some of the others that I've made. And I kind of like the effect. You can get some really different effects with that, and so that was kind of fun. I could probably make some more smaller crowns with what I've got left here. I'm just not overly inspired by the color palette that I have left, so I'll probably put in another order here eventually. It just takes so long. By the time they come, like, I'm over it. And so that's why I hoard things. I just hoard them until that moment in time comes where I'm like, I really want to work on that, and then it's all there, all the stuff that I need. And it would have been perfect if a certain little bulldog hadn't had her way with my collection. Yeah, so here's Siobhan, and I'm just super happy with her. I think she's just a really beautiful doll. She has a face up by Attila Tilly, and she's wearing these beautiful green sparkly Enzo eyes. I made her little bracelet here, and somebody gifted this to me. I think Tiffany did. I think Tiffany BJD Crafts. I think she sent me this little bottle. And I have it stuck in her hand here with some sticky tack, and she's been holding it for a long time. But she's holding it so well, so I let her have it. She definitely gives me kind of witch vibes. So I don't have a really strong idea yet character-wise for her. She's got the elf ears, but I tend to think of her as a human, so I'm not sure. I don't have a really solid place for her in my story, but she goes in the group, the mature MSDs. I consider her part of that crew, because my MSDs are either children, and they're children for the SDs. So the 1/4 scale, they're usually either children for my 1/3 scale dolls, or they're in the mature MSD crew where they're adults essentially, or older teenagers sort of thing. So I do tend to see her as more of an adult character, and sort of presence about her. But yeah, very, very happy with her. Her shoes are, I think I got these from Doll Mansion. So, they're on eBay. I have like 2 or 3 pair of them because I love them so much. And they were pretty inexpensive. So, and they fit A-line minifees, and they fit Lily Cats, the classic body MSD Lily Cat bodies. I have lots and lots of things to show you guys, so I'm just kind of go through everything. Take another drink here. It's much cooler today, but it's already starting to warm up. I can tell it's gonna be warmer. Okay, where should I start? Why don't I go ahead and show this girl? This is Elowen, and she is she was the A-line renewal event head, but people have been calling her the Elf Flam, F-L-A-M, and I'm not sure what Flam stands for, but I know that there was a non-elf version event head, and then this one came out, I don't know, was that a 1.5 years ago? But anyways, so here she is. I made her her own flower crown, and this has a lot of the flowers that I colored because I wanted blue flowers for her. And I do wonder if I have another box somewhere with flowers in it. Maybe I'll come across it someday, because I could have sworn that I ordered some blue flowers and I didn't find even a shred of those. So maybe they are somewhere that I stashed somewhere and forgot. But any blue that you see, that was me coloring them with Copic markers. And I really, here, let me hide. Yeah, so the only thing that I might have done different for her if I had it available to me would be maybe a lighter colored crystal, a transparent crystal. These are kind of, they look like an oil slick, a dark blue oil slick, which are pretty. It kind of has like a rainbow effect depending on the light. But yeah. So this is Elowen. She's Neela's little sister. She is one of Gahern and Herla's children. yeah, she is. I love this sculpt. I love the sculpt. And anyways, what I was going to say about the sculpt too is that every time I see it, every time I see owner pictures of it, instantly I like it. Like I see it and I'm like, oh, what's that doll? I love it. And it's always, it's an elf lamb. It can look so many different ways. And I always like it when I see it. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but if I ever found or could get a hold of a tan elf lamb, it'd be so awesome, because it's just my favorite. I think I'll be kind of jumping around here, but I'm kind of going with who's closest at the time. Let's talk about Mini Gahern. This is my Agadi Alfar, and he is a very awesome doll. He's a very, very awesome doll. Like him a whole bunch. But so you guys saw my haul that I got, the t-shirts, the band t-shirts that I ordered from Kohako Creations, and they really inspired me to try sewing t-shirts again, you know, working with knit material. I've just had such frustration working with knits that so this is try number 2, because I actually did 2 of these with the V-neck, and I am really, really happy with, I'll hide behind him here, with how the V-neck turned out. It's not perfect by any means, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. The hems were, I used upcycled human scale shirts. So I cut apart shirts to use for this. So I just used the hems. But I need to stop being afraid of using my double needle. I need to get comfortable sewing with my serger, because I've read that that's how a lot of people sew knits, is with their serger. So those are all things that I would like to learn and become, if not super proficient at it, to be capable of doing it. If like I want a certain piece for my dolls, that I can accomplish that. But yeah, I was really happy with myself for accomplishing this, and yeah, this is the best t-shirt that I've ever accomplished. So I'm just really, really happy with it. So he got some other new things. This is a real leather bracer made by Nezimuto. I'll try to remember to put a link to her Etsy shop. A lot of you probably know her from she's pretty active on Instagram, actually, and I'll put a link down below for her shop, because all of the proceeds from her dolly shop have been going towards the cancer treatment for her dog. And you can imagine how expensive chemotherapy is. It's not cheap. And her dog is responding really well to the treatment. It's very, very encouraging. So I'll leave links down below. She makes amazing stuff. I'll have to pull them down here. I bought a t-shirt from her, a dolly t-shirt, and this leather bracer, which it's actually meant for a Assume Super Gem, one of the big SD dolls. And you can tell it could be a little bit shorter for him. He's a big MSD. But yeah. He's like, no, it's mine, I'm keeping it. And so I've let him have it, and I really like it on him. Yeah, we really like that a lot. The other thing that Gahern got was new boots. So these are, show the back here. These are made by Soledal. These are meant for their Vito line. So those are like 51 centimeter guys, something like that, 51, 52, something in that scale. He is, I think, 47.5 centimeters. So he's not as tall as those, but he has very long feet. His feet remind me of my Dalshi boys. Dalshi and my Veneto, like proportionately wise, they just have very large feet, and I love them. They're beautiful. I love the Dalshi feet too. They're such beautifully sculpted feet, but it is challenging to find shoes that fit properly without looking clunky. It's definitely a challenge. So these, I do think they can look a little on the large side depending on the angle and how you look at them. But yeah, I had my eyes on these for a very long time. They're not cheap. Soledal shoes. This is my second pair of Soledal shoes that I bought, and neither one of them was cheap, but they are amazing. I think that this is real leather, real suede. I think it's real. It's just very, very well made, and so many like amazing details. Yeah, just the tread on the back, on the bottom. Just awesome shoes. They're some of my favorite shoes. And but anyways, very expensive, and I didn't want to wait months and months ordering it from the company. Well, it turns out that Fabric and Friends, it's called, I just had the business card, here it is. Here it says Fabric Friends Dolls, but I think it's Fabric, Friends and Dolls is what I think is the official name, but that's them. They're awesome. They're very, very awesome. They have tons and tons and tons of company clothes, shoes, dolls in stock. And I've seen lots of photos from people who live near them where they go there for meetups and stuff. Created by Monsters moved there pretty recently, and I'm so jealous of her getting to go to that place. But it's probably good that it's not close, because I would be even more poor. That would be a really hard temptation to resist. But that's how I ended up with those, because they were in stock. And so I splurged and got them, and they, I mean, it was less than a week. I mean, it was days. They just shipped it right off. So no complaints there. Pretty darn awesome. I'm gonna show you Mini Hurla here. So here is my Min Ingenue. She is Mini Hurla. She's with Gahern, part of my adult MSD crew, meaning they just have an adult looking mature aesthetic and not children. And she's wearing the other pair of Soledal boots that I have, and I'm really surprised that I got them on her. You can tell that, like, they're very narrow in the calves, and Ingenue and Min Ingenue do not have small calves. They're very curvaceous body, but I was able to get these on, and I think they look really cute on her. This was the other t-shirt that I sewed, which, yeah, this one didn't turn out as good as I would have liked, but I wanted something for her to wear in layers. And so the big news, though, that I wanted to share about her is that I sueded her. I sueded her with the same suede that Miss Mantis, my friend who worked on Alyssa for me back there, she sueded her with this blue suede, which it's so pretty. And I did her torso, her her hips, her knees, and her feet, and she stands like nobody's business now. I did have some pictures up on my Instagram of the sueding process, but here you can see the blue suede in there. I am like, it's just magical. Like, she doesn't stand as good because these heels are very high and no doll stands in them very good, but with a little finagling I can get her to stand in these. And if she's just in regular shoes, then it's even easier. But yeah, so here she is. She's pretty solid here. So I would like to go back in and do her upper arms. I didn't do her arms, and actually do her neck too. Yeah, I'm super happy. I have ordered suede. This is a project that I'm going to start working on, is sueding dolls. My top priorities are my Twiggling girls. I'd like to suede them all. All Twiglings like to do this thing where they fling themselves backwards, and hot glue sueding has helped these guys a lot, but it tends to be like I have to do it every month. I have to take the old stuff out, put the new stuff in, otherwise they're right back to flinging themselves backwards. And yeah, so I really yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll try to remember to leave a link to this as well. I used a tutorial that was on Den of Angels. It was right up there on Den of Angels for anybody to read, and basically they used painter's tape. You do have to take your doll apart for this, and I put the painter's tape in the joints to make the pattern, and then I can lay that out and cut out the pieces so that it's pretty darn exact. And that tutorial, they used some sort of fabric glue, and which I didn't have, but so I used Mod Podge, and the only problem with this is that Mod Podge is water soluble, so if I wanted to submerge her for whatever reason, her sueding might come off. And I didn't really have plans to submerge her, so I went ahead and used the Mod Podge, because it's easy to work with. I've got it, you know, so, but I've ordered quite a bit of suede, and I have several big pieces left that Miss Mantis sent me too, so I've got lots to work with, and that is one of the things I really want to do with this guy. Is I want to suede him too. He's not great at sitting up. If he's not wearing any clothes and I sit him just right, I can usually get him to sit up, but if he's wearing pants that are tight at all, he's terrible at sitting. So I want to suede him with real suede, and I hope that will take care of my problem with him. Plus he really needs, he's loose, and I think just taking him apart, sueding him, and restringing him is going to do us a world of good with him falling backwards. So yeah, hot glue sueding is nice, but this girl she's amazing now. She's just super amazing now that she has real sueding. I'm a convert. Yeah, it's worth the effort. It really it increases the enjoyment so much more. Okay, I'm going to grab some more dolls. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I thought about maybe splitting this into another video. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make part 1 and part 2 because I think we're half an hour in already. Here is Anja. She is, you might notice that her body looks a little different. This is my Sleep Wealth Vanessa, and I put her on my Lily Cat Lilas. This is her body, so it's a version 2, so it's the MSD version 2 with the larger bust. This is what she's on right now, and I'm totally in love with it. I've been very, very inspired by her being on this body. The resin match isn't like 100% perfect or anything, but like, gosh, in the camera, I can't even really see, like, just looking at her hair too, I can't really tell a lot of difference. I mean, you can tell, like, there's MSC on her face and not on her body, so there's a little bit more shininess. But yeah, this is like a really amazing hybrid that I am so super happy with. Definitely a lot more inspiration for this girl now on this body. So I made her a skirt. This is a skirt that I made for her. It's a sheer. You can see, you know, it's somewhat transparent, and then it's got another semi-transparent fabric underneath that. But yeah, and she's got the sparkly pumps, the blue sparkly pumps. So I've just been I'm loving her on this body. Absolutely loving it. She's such a pretty doll. Yeah, she looks really, really good. My Lilas is, well, I'll show you guys. I got another little body and I'm playing around with. I don't know what I'm gonna do for sure with that, but I'll try to kind of go in order here. So that's Anja. And I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to show you Mila because I thought she was looking really super adorable. This wig wasn't supposed to be for her. It's another Monique Gold wig that I wanted actually for Maria. But I really think, like, the bangs, like, it just really makes this face sculpt look I really like how it looks with bangs. And she's wearing a pair of new, I guess I got them secondhand. They're new to me. Doll Bakery eyes. Let's see. That shows up at all. They're really pretty. They're a really beautiful purple. I think electric purple. These are electric purple Doll Bakery eyes. Yeah. I've been finding some good deals secondhand for Doll Bakery eyes, and so it's kind of like an addiction, you guys. Yeah, so I really like these in her. It's not showing up super awesome on the camera, but I'm really happy with how they look on her. She's wearing these awesome teal colored moccasin boots, and I had two other pair that were like a brown and a reddish brown, and I ended up selling them because this is the color that I really like. She's wearing a dress. I made her dress I didn't make this flower crown. This was a flower crown that's Bean Sprout Momo, and I think her Etsy is called something different, but her Instagram and Tumblr, it's all under Bean Sprout Momo. So, but there's Mila looking really cute, I think, in her new wig and new eyes. The eyes that she did have were these, and they're lilac or icy lilac, something. They're a very light lavender purple, and I tried them out in this is pale tan Dalshi casted ingenue head, twiggling ingenue head, whose body hopefully will be arriving soon. I paid her layaway off. It's like a 4-month layaway, paid off last month, and I have emailed them 2 times now, like, can you give me an estimated time, and no answer. So hopefully, I think I talked about that in my last video, I hope it doesn't turn into a really long wait, but we'll see. I'm really excited for that body, the resin color. It's a gorgeous resin color. Can't wait to have the whole body in that color. Okay, let me grab some of the bigger dolls and I'll bring them over. So here is Alyssa, and I made her a flower crown, and you can see this is one that I colored a lot of the flowers with my markers, and I had these bluish clear crystals that I used for her. I'm really happy with how it turned out. She's so pretty. She's wearing a pair of gold small iris eyes by Enzo Eyes, and they're urethane, and I do like them. I like they give her a much more intense look versus the Oscar doll eyes, the pink sparkly Oscar doll eyes that I had for her, more of a dreamy look. So I do like both of them, but she's been wearing these for a few weeks now. I'm just super happy with her. She's so gorgeous. She's such a gorgeous doll. Let me grab Herne. Herne is my twiggling Eloy, and he is on the long sole body. And let's see if I'm gonna stand him up here. So this was the outfit. My video was that last week that I had my box opening video for my long sole order, and this was the outfit that was in that, and it was meant for him, and he looks magnificent in it. I made him the flower crown. The horns were made by Miss Mantis. They're resin horns that she cast. But this outfit is breathtaking. Can you hear it came with these, came with 2 of these, and it's incredible. It's got so many separate pieces too. It has the pants, it's got the shirt with the vest, a belt, and then this sort of like cape thing, which actually attaches to his belt, or his waistband. Very gorgeous. This really beautiful. I love this color so much. I love both of these. These are like, and then together, that is one of my favorite color combos, is the burgundy with the dark teal. Yeah, so gorgeous. The necklace came with it. It was part of the set too. I may switch that out for something a little different for him. Maybe something with more Celtic influence in it. But yeah, this was, and I think I briefly mentioned the story. Let's see, I'll set him up here, because I was trying to hold him with one hand and that was very hard. Let's see, can you stand on my, yeah. The story of this outfit, this doll, which I think is maybe called the Long Yi. I feel like I'm probably mispronouncing the names. They're Chinese. It's a Chinese company. But this was a limited edition that came out March, May, something like that, 2015, and I loved it so much. I really loved the doll. I loved the face, all of the outfit. He had these really cool horns. Like, he was so awesome. But the full set was probably a good $1,200, if not more. And that's definitely a lot of money for anybody. But especially like at the time, it wasn't, I didn't have, like it wasn't for one of my characters or something like that. So and I was still trying to shell my major important characters at that time too. So I just couldn't do it. But yeah, I've since found out that Long Soul will sell the outfits separate from the dolls. And it's even still available, even though it was a limited. It's still available. They haven't met the number yet. I think it's like 60 was the maximum they were going to release. They do make them to order, so you're not going to have it. It's going to be 4 or 5 months for anything that you order, doll or outfit or whatever. That's what Alice's collection told me, anyways. And I did my layaway through Alice's collections. And most of the dealers will do this. If you see something offered by the company, they have clothing or shoes or something on their website that you want to order, and all you have to do is ask the dealers. They don't have all of that stuff repeated on their websites typically. Like Alice's collections, Mint on Card, Denver Doll, Fabric and Friends. If you just send them a link, can I order this from this company, and they're a dealer for that company, then in most cases they'll order it for you. So that's what I did with this, since I was getting the body. I was getting the tan long sole body, that I ordered this outfit set too. But yeah, he is a gorgeous doll. Super happy with him. He is how I envisioned him to be and how I wanted him to be, and that's really awesome when that happens. He's very jingly now. Jingly. Okay, so this guy um, yeah. So, and these are Hurlas actually, so they're a little bit too small for him. But I think he needs his own. This is my Rumpeldoll Abaddon head, which I've named him Victor, and he is on the new tan long sole body that I got in last week, and he's wearing some clothes that I actually made specifically for this body, so it fits him decently. The pants were made for Venitu, so they are short, but I like how they look with these boots. So, yeah, so I made the vest, the shirt, and the pants. So, my last video, I of course was pretty excited that he fit this body as well as he did. The only question was going to be, because I wanted to send him to Angsty Penguin to have his face up, because she did his brother's face up, Rumpeldoll Morpheo head, Stefan. She did his face up, and I wanted him to be done by the same artist because they're brothers, and I wanted them to, you know, look like brothers. So I asked her if she would be up to resin matching with the blushing, and so she is. She's gonna do it. So very, very excited and happy about that. He's probably going to be going off into the mail at some point this week. My goal is to get him mailed off tomorrow, is the latest. I really want to get him out so she has time to work on him. It's kind of hard at the same time to send him off because I love him so much, but he's going to be amazing. He's just going to be super amazing. He's already amazing. I may or may not mod the neck. We'll see how I feel about it, especially once he's got a face up, whether I think that he needs that or not. Yep. I prefer not to. I don't like doing mods like that because once you cut off pieces, that's hard to put back if you want to change things later. So I tend to like longer necks typically too. So, but yep, very, very excited about this guy. He's so awesome. He's so beautiful. This is a body that poses engineered. It's just a really, really nice body, and this is one that I will that I want to suede too. My other one is sueded, and so it's extraordinary, and I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference between the sueded and the non-sueded for sure. So it's definitely making a difference, and I think, yeah, he'll really benefit from that. So he's one of the dolls. So my twiglings and him that are top priority for getting sueded, because it just makes such a big difference. So amazing. Let's see. Let me take a peek around here. What am I forgetting? Oh, I remember. Okay. Got Edward here, and he's missing one of his horns. Not sure where it went off to. Telephone. Okay. Much running around. Postman. Barking dogs. But yeah, here's Edward. He is Seed Doll's Peabody head on a Doll Chateau kid body. And I do like him on this body. I had a white skin body with the extra joints, and Maria stole that one, and I've had him on this, and it's not any better resin match, and he looks better with the extra joints. But so this was on DOA. Really good price. Yeah, it's a Doll Chateau Jody body. It's been modified into a girl. Kinda not the greatest mod job, and it's got quite a lot of staining. I haven't tried to work on it. I don't know if you can see if that even shows up. Staining, black staining. So it was really inexpensive. And I wanted to make a pixie out of it. And it does, Edmund looks adorable on this. I would definitely need some sort of something for the neck, because he has a very large hole in his neck, and so it would come down. So I need something to put here to keep the head from sinking down too far. And then since my lily cat Lilas, she lost her head, or she lost her body, I should say. I put her on this too, and it's actually pretty adorable. But I don't, it's just with the Edmund head on this, it is yeah, it is just so super adorable. And I have loved this body for a long time, and wanted to do some sort of kind of hybrid like that. So another one of those projects that one of these days I'll do. Yeah, I just need to figure out some sort of neck thing, some sort of neck thing, so that it can we can put the head on there and not have it sink down. So yeah, okay, let's see, is there anything else that I was going to show you guys? No, I think that's everything that I can. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I usually forget something, but lots of updates, really long videos, probably like, I'm sure it's going to be almost an hour when I get it all uploaded and put together. So if you made it this far and watched the whole thing, thanks so much. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.